Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the fifth grade concept of representing equations for multi-step problems. This is Standard 5.4b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 6, the 2025 release STAAR test. This is a new item type called drag and drop, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we need to move answers. And you notice that you can use the same answer into each box if you want to. This is actually only a 1-point problem. So if you were to try to select just one answer, you would get a warning sign saying you need to fill in both blanks, but there's only one correct answer here. So we have to get both of these correct to get our 1 point. So let's check it out. So Deidre rents B booths at a market. Okay, so booths. I'm going to just draw these rectangles, and I'm going to do a dot, 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 because we don't know how many rectangles or booths there are. There's a B amount. All right. Each booth costs $32 to rent. All right, so $32, $32, and then possibly $32 for each additional one, because remember, we don't know how many booths there are. And then she pays an additional $30 fees in total for a total of $94. Okay, so she has all of these booths for $32 each. She's also going to pay, it looks like a flat fee of $30, and all of that equals 94. And we can put it like that, or if we want to, we can make it more like a strip diagram. We kind of put it down here. Either way works to kind of show that these two are equal. And so we need to find the equation to figure out how many booths she has. Well, first, let's just figure out how many booths she has. Okay? So we could do a little bit of guessing and checking, right? So if she has one booth for $32, so that's a booth, and then she's always got to pay the $30 fee. What do we have? We've got $62. So let's add another booth. And we're going to add that, and we're going to get, look at that, $94. Okay, so it does look like we've got just these two. So I'm just going to put this right here. Two booths plus $30 equals at $94. So that's helpful because then what we can do is we can use that information to help us write the equation. So we can either guess and check and figure out how many booths she actually has, or we can draw a picture, but either one is going to help us with this equation. So $94 equals, all right, well, $94 is the actual answer, and a lot of times we're used to it being on the right side of the equation, but it's okay if it's on the left side of the equation. That just means it's the same quantity as whatever's on the other side of the equal sign. So we don't need to worry about that. What is the relationship here between $32 or 32 and B and 30? Well, what did we do with the 32? Well, we know that the $32 is the number of booths, and we didn't know how many booths there were to begin with. So we could think that $32 times the number of booths needed, right? So we just did this $32 and then we had the B kind of showing the dot, dot, dot. So in this case, we can say we have two booths. So let's double check our work. What's 32 times 2? Well, that's going to be 64. And then what did we do with that 30? That's just that additional fee we slapped on at the end. We added that. Okay? And so if we added that 30, then you would get up to your 94. Now we don't need any parentheses here. Some of you might be thinking we need this, but remember order of operations, you always do your multiplication first. So you don't necessarily need to have the parentheses to make sure you do that before the addition. So that works, that double checks, and so those are going to be our answers. We're going to multiply first, then we're going to add.